If you'd like to know how to add a direct review link directly into your beautiful children's book even before your book is published, this video is for you. So even though we don't know our book link prior to publishing our book, this video will show you how to add it to your book anyway. In one of my previous videos, one of the things I shared was how to create a direct link to our book's review page over on Amazon. A link that will get others directly to an Amazon page where visitors can enter their review for our book super easily and quickly. In case you haven't watched this video yet, I went ahead and added the link to that video in the description below. So this video will make this even more useful by showing you how to add this direct review link inside our book even before it is published. This is huge because it's so useful, so let's jump right in. Hi there, I'm Eevi, an award-winning children's author and ghostwriter over on eevijones.com and the creator of Children's Book University. I create videos specifically for children's authors, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my weekly videos. In this video, I'm going to share a handy-dandy solution on how to add our previously created direct review link to our book even before it has been published. I shared this before in a really quick video of mine about 2 years ago and have not seen this anywhere else before. So it's definitely worth resharing and adding even more goodness. And in the very end, I share an extra ninja tip to make what is already great even greater. Now, the first thing you might be wondering is, why in the world would we as authors even bother to put a direct review link into our book in the first place? Adding a review link directly into our book can be really helpful because by making the leaving of a review easier for our readers, we are much more likely to actually receive a review. And as you may already know, receiving reviews for our beautiful children's book can be quite challenging at times. So by adding such a direct review link, we make the review process much easier. Now, the overarching challenge is this. Unless our beautiful children's book is published and live on Amazon, we won't have an assigned ASIN or ISBN 10 that we need in order to create our direct review link. And again, if you haven't watched that video yet on how to create such a direct review link, be sure to check it out. I've added the link to it in the description below. But if my book needs to be published first in order to get that ASIN or ISBN 10, how then can I add such a direct review link to my book before it is published? It's a circular problem, so we can't, right? So up until now, the only way we could add such a direct review link was by first publishing our book without that link, grabbing that ASIN or ISBN 10 once our book was published, go back to our book's interior file for each of the different formats, add that direct review link, and then re-upload our updated files. That's quite a process and often also not doable for many new authors if they hired someone to format their book for them, because such an update is often associated with some additional formatting costs, right? So how then can we add such a review link without having to go back into our files and without having to re-upload our book? I've been asked this question so often, so over the years I came up with 3 different solutions or options, if you will, which I haven't seen anywhere else before, so I wanted to share them with you today. Okay, so we'll look at 3 options. Option 1 is for everyone that owns their own WordPress site, so if that is you, option 1 will be for you. Option 2 is for you if you know that you may have many buyers from different countries, because our direct review link will differ for each country our book is purchased in. Here I will show you 2 ideas, one that works with your own website and one that works without your own website. So if you believe that many of your readers are from different countries, option 2 is for you. And option 3 is for everyone who does not have a website and who believes that most sales are made within one country, which is probably the majority of us. So let's look at option 1 first, which is fantastic for WordPress site owners. Because we can't create or build our review link until we have actually published our book, what we can do is create what I call a dummy link. A dummy link is essentially a temporary link that we can use temporarily. And then later, once we have our actual review link, we can exchange that dummy link with our actual review link. And to do that, I use a WordPress plugin called Pretty Links. Again, this works only if we have our own WordPress site. There are many different ways of doing this, but this is truly one of the easiest ones that I personally like using. Once we have searched and installed the complete free plugin called Pretty Links onto our WordPress site, the link creation is really easy. On the top of the screenshot here, we can see what my links look like before my book is published. Taking one of my own books as an example, I created a new link using my own domain, eevijones.com/review page. This will be the link I'm adding to the inside of my book. This will be my permanent link, the link that my readers will see and use. Before my book is published, I let this link simply go to Amazon.com. So if you clicked on eevijones.com/review page, it would simply forward to Amazon.com. After my book went live, I created my direct review link. Again, if you need help on creating your direct review link for your own book, be sure to watch my other video linked in the description below this video right here. And I took that direct review link and used that to replace my previously added generic Amazon.com link. So now if you go to eevijones.com/review page, it goes directly to my review page over on Amazon for that specific book. So easy peasy to do with our own WordPress site, and that's option 1. Option 2 is for us if we know that we may have many buyers from different countries. And because these direct review links differ from country to country, we will want to make sure to provide these different country-specific options. Here I wanted to share 2 separate ideas with you. The first idea works on your own website, and the second idea works if you don't have your own website. If we have our own website, what we can do is create a new page that holds multiple buttons or links to our book's Amazon review page, one for each country we wish to include. So taking one of my own books as an example again, I have created a new page that holds individual buttons for the US, Germany, the UK, Canada, and Australia. So the link we would then add to the inside of our book would be that newly created page. And then once our book is published in live, we can go back into this page and add our created direct review links to each of these corresponding buttons. So for example, I've created a new page with the URL eevijones.com/review page 2 and added that URL inside my new book before I published it. All these buttons you see here were just a placeholder. They didn't work before my book was published because I didn't have these links just yet, right? But then once I did publish my book, I added all the newly created review links to these buttons. So now if you go to eevijones.com/review page 2, all these buttons go to the appropriate Amazon review page. But what if we don't have our own website? Well, we can actually create something similar even if we don't have our own website. Here, another of my previous videos comes in really handy. In that video, I shared how we can use free services like Linktree to set up a page that holds a number of different links for us. I'll make sure to add the link to that video in the description below as well. In that video, I share a number of different free services where we can set this up quickly and easily. For this example's sake, my created Linktree link is linktree/Eevi_Jones. And that would be the link we would add inside my book. This link leads to this page right here. And so if I wanted to, I could go and change those current buttons and links, replacing them with each country's own direct review link. And again, the video I created specifically on this type of link includes a number of different services, so you have options beyond just Linktree. And that takes care of option 2. And our final option, option 3, is for everyone who doesn't have their own website and who believes that most sales are made within one country, which is probably the majority of us. This option makes use of a service called Rebrandly. There are many other services too, like Bitly, for example. But I like Rebrandly because unlike Bitly, Rebrandly allows us to change our created URL even after it has gone live. Bitly and other services only allow such a change if we subscribe to their premium paid services. This might change, but as of the making of this video, changing our URL after it already went live is still free at Rebrandly, which is why I recommend it. To use Rebrandly, we will first have to create a new and free account. And once we are logged in, we will want to create a new link by clicking this button right here. And just like with the other examples, the first link we will want to create is just a dummy link. So here I'll just use Amazon.com. And so as you can see, it creates the Rebrandly link with a / tag. And you can actually change this if you want to, but I'm just going to leave it for now, and I'm going to create the link right here. So go ahead and do that. And so now I have this created link right here. We can see this Rebrandly link will lead to this Amazon.com page. And we can check and see if it's actually working by copying the link. And then let's try and see if it works. So it leads to the Amazon page. So this is our link we will put into our book at the end of the book or wherever you want to put it in your book. And so once our book is published, we can go back into Rebrandly. So let's say our book is now published, so we can go back here and you go right to this edit icon right here and click on it and hover over Amazon.com and click on that button. And now we can replace it with our actual review link. We can click on save. And now when we go back right here, it has changed from Amazon to Amazon sign-in. So if we copy it and go to a new page, we put in that link. And now it goes directly to our book's review page. And so this is how you can use Rebrandly. And again, the reason I love this is because changing the forwarding is free, whereas with other sites like Bitly, it is not. And that takes care of option 3. So now we have 3 different options to share our direct review link in our book, even before our book is published. Option 1, if we have our own WordPress site where we can simply use a plugin called Pretty Links. Here the advantage is that our readers only need to click one single link to get directly to our direct review page. Option 2, if we would like to share direct review links for multiple different countries. This option works whether we have our own website or not. Here, however, remember that the reader would have to click twice, once with the link in our book and once to select the country-specific link. And our option 3, if we don't have a website and only want to share one single direct review link. This also only requires one single click to get to our review page. Now, in the very beginning I mentioned I would share an extra ninja tip of mine to make what I have shared with you even greater and even more convenient for our readers. Adding a direct review link to our book is great. However, we can make it even greater and even more convenient if we were to convert our links we have just created into a QR code, like I have done right here. And I have a whole separate video on how we can do just that, including how we can brand each of these QR codes with our own logo if we have one, for absolutely free. So I'll make sure to add the link to that video in the description below as well. That way people can simply scan your link and get to your book's review page even more easily and more quickly. And now you're all set. All the links I mentioned are in the description below, including how to create our direct review links. I hope you found this video really helpful. As always, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet so you don't miss any of my weekly videos. And if you would like to support me, it would mean so much to me if you take a moment to review my newest book. This truly is one of the kindest and most thoughtful ways to show your support for my work that I hope is so helpful to you every single week. I have shared the link to it below this video. Here's to including a direct review link to your beautiful children's book even before it is published. Bye! And in the very end, I share an extra ninja tip to make And in the very end, I share an extra ninja... Oops.